A pleasant mishap written by Mr. Satish Batra, published in the year 2006. Recently, the passengers of an Air India flight from New York to Mumbai via Delhi experienced a horrible time when they had to spend 3 days in London due to delay caused by a bird hit. They complained of all sorts of inconveniences and the different attitude of the airline personnel. Many of them said that they would like to forget the unpleasant incident. Years ago, I too was the victim of a mishap during an air travel, but would like to remember it always. It happened on February 10, 1989. I was returning from the USA by an Air Canada flight. I had rerouted my ticket so that I could spend a couple of days with my brother in law staying at St. John's in Newfoundland, Canada. The flight landed at the airport at about 9 pm. I eagerly looked for my brother in law. He was not there. I walked out and found that there was snow all around. It was extremely cold. I returned to the arrival lounge and phoned him. He told me that he had checked with the airline and was told that the flight I travelled by did not come to St. John's. Instead, it went to St. John, which is another airport with almost similar name about 700 kilometers from St. John's in a different state. The difference in the name comprised only the letter S. I was terrified. Earlier, on a couple of occasions, I had suffered a lot of inconvenience when the domestic flights by which I had been traveling had problems due to bad weather. Now, I expected a big problem here in a foreign country. I had only about $100 left with me. I immediately went to the only airline official present and explained to him my plight. He told me not to get upset. He further told me that it was a small airport and mine was the last flight. The airport will be closed after sweeping the floor and hence I could not stay there overnight. The next flight was at about 8 am in the morning. This would take me to Halifax and then after 2 hours I would get a flight to St. John's. Shall I get a ticket? I inquired. I told him that I had only $100 with me. Will it suffice? I inquired. Don't bother about the money. You are victim of an accident. I have the authority to issue a ticket for your destination without any additional charge, said the official. He promptly made out a ticket to St. John's for the next day. The text at the bottom read, involves reroute, accident, passenger inconvenienced. He felt sorry that he could not help me in getting free accommodation in a hotel because he did not have the authority to do so. However, he phoned a hotel named Colonial Inn and explained about my problem. Ultimately, he fixed up a room there at a very reasonable rate. He got me a taxi to go to the hotel at a concessional rate. I still remember that the taxi cost me only 6 Canadian dollars. Next morning, I arrived at the airport very early. The same official was there. He smiled and told me that I was the only passenger on a flight. It was an 18-seater plane. Treat it as your private plane. Good luck and goodbye, he waved. I reached my destination nearly 16 hours late. I have no regrets. I experienced human touch at its best in a foreign land. It was indeed a pleasant mishap. Thank you very much.